Hello there and welcome to How Do I Homeschool? My name is Rebecca Devitt and today we're going to be talking about habits to teach your Christian children. The first habit I have for you today is to teach them to read the Bible. Get them into a habit of reading a chapter a day from the good book. This is a habit they will always thank you for. It is so difficult as an adult to start a habit of reading the Bible constantly. But if you can give your children this gift of reading a chapter a day for the rest of their life, they will love it. As an adult, I've upped that to 2 chapters a day because I started with a chapter a day. My parents really made me do this when I was young. I didn't enjoy it at first all the time, but now I really enjoy the time with God I spend. The second habit I have for you is to teach your children to pray. Praying is such a difficult thing to learn, but when you learn, it can be so fulfilling. Get your children to keep a prayer journal so that they see their prayers being answered, and this encourages them more. If you don't know how to pray yourself, read some books about it and ask God to teach you. He will be faithful in this if you persevere. For me, I love to get up in the morning. I get up around 5:36 in the morning and I read my Bible before my children are awake and I spend some time in prayer. As a busy mum, I've had to prioritize this if it's ever going to happen. And doing this is a great example for your children to see that not only are you getting them to do it, but it is something that you do also. It won't be easy and forming habits aren't easy, but we do it because it pays dividends. And what it means to pay dividends is that you will put in the initial work, but then you will get things from that thereafter, making it really worthwhile. The third habit I want my children to learn is to love others. Teach them that number one is not themselves, number one is Jesus, and then look to the needs of others. A lot of the time we think we will be happier if we minister to our own needs first, but it's not true. We're happier when we love others as Jesus loved them first. This can be difficult, but Jesus gives you the strength, and it is wonderful to do things for other people. When your children see a good example of somebody loving somebody else, teach them to want to emulate that person. When they see a good deed being done, teach them that that is also what that they should do. Another great habit I want to teach my children is to do things joyfully. For example, a lot of the time in the church, you'll see somebody who grudgingly goes about serving other people in the church, but they do it with a really bad heart. Jesus doesn't want this though. He doesn't want you to serve without any joy. He wants you to be joyful and cheerful. And that is because it is a response to the gospel. Jesus has done so much for you. Won't you be glad to serve him? It's not like you can repay him, but it is lovely that you want to emulate him as a child wants to emulate their parent. And so teach your children to go about their business joyfully, knowing what a hope they have. The other thing I want my child to learn is to evangelize, to tell other people of Jesus and the hope they have in him. Why is this? Well, if you really believe there is a heaven and you're going to go there and live with Jesus in everlasting happiness, and if you believe there is a hell you've been saved from and that other people are going to go to if they don't know Jesus and have faith in him, you will want to tell everyone you know about that. And so, I want to encourage my children to start conversations with their friends. It could be as simple as saying, "Do you go to church?" and then going from there. But when they do it, I really want them to be wise about what they say. And this leads me into the last habit I want to teach my children, and it is about their tongue. I want them to be slow to speak quick to listen, and slow to become angry. There is so many things to teach a child about what they must say, but I think this is a great starting point. If we can teach children to really consider what they're going to say before they say it, they will cause far fewer fires, and hopefully they will say some really good things. If we can teach them to be more interested in other people and to be quick to listen to them, then other people are going to want to listen to them because your child has given them the time of day and has listened to them first. And then, if we can teach our children to think about why certain people say certain things, we will be far slower to become angry. And this is perhaps because the other person hasn't had the upbringing that your child has. And so to teach them of the privilege they have had to grow up in a Christian home or grow up with parents who are loving and who teach them these things, it is amazing and it is a great privilege. And if the children can think about that is where the different perspectives are coming from, then it can cause a lot more sympathy. And this will make them slower to become angry. I really hope you found these 5 habits helpful, and perhaps you'll consider incorporating some of them into your homeschool or into your family life. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.